DPC season. Looking at the draft, they did salvage their draft with this Weaver pick. I love it. This is one of those forgotten heroes that you don't think about it, but they don't have that much lockdown. You have Lasso, you can eventually build into Lincoln Sphere, you can close the gap. So pretty much the two spells you need to be careful about is that Prophet Silence and combo from Tiny. So looking really, really good for Liquid. I don't mind OG's draft. I think they have a very solid draft. It's a strong draft. We've seen what they could do with the Omni Knight. They love to counterpick that hero when use it as a counter pick. Miss you too. What's happening in the chat?
Miss you too, Jiraiya.
Yeah, they miss each other. Agent Taiga on the opposite side.
It's always adorable when we get to see this a little bit. Players from teams past. And, you know, Liquid, I was talking about undefeated. Obviously, in series, they dropped that one game to Gaimin Gladiators. So that 14-0 is just not possible. They could go 14-1.
They could. Yeah, but still pretty impressive considering the competition in West Europe.
So let's see how this starts out. As they'll grab 2 bounty runes here for OG, and then they should back up for a second on Liquid. So even 2 for 2. Little J getting sprayed out. I know you're a big fan.
Big fan. One of the biggest, if not the biggest of all fans out there. Chat loves it. It's all about, you know, I expect to see some V-Rise and also like Nisha. Nisha spray is also top tier.
Yeah, and J just makes the chat, like you said, go wild. I don't think you could get a word in chat when J goes down, because it's just going to be J.
Pretty much. Looking at the mid matchup, Nisha against the BZM. I saw this matchup go like kind of both ways. I've seen Invoker go underneath the tower. Nisha, I don't expect him to, like, he's I'll call it the best player that we've seen for, I'd say, even like 2 years. Like he's the most consistent player. Like you can always rely on Nisha to carry the games. Like I don't remember a single time that Nisha didn't have a good game. Maybe a Pango. Nisha Pango has been a meme because he got stuck a couple of times, but other than that, he's been really on point. So looking at the mid lane, 3-0, 4-1 on Batrider. We've seen like Batriders not going for Firefly in this matchup, instead putting points in the Flame Break and just try to play a bit more aggressive. And we also seen Batriders just like not skilling anything until level 5. They have only 3 points in Sticky. A lot of harassment here. Taiga does have a tree available once again.
Yeah, so he's going to try and throw some right clicks out, but getting pushed away by Mickey, who saves his Mirana, because Insania was down to 1 shot a little bit earlier and ended up just surviving. But we'll see how much pressure comes out in this lane. Looking back over mid, I'm a little bit happy that we're not seeing another Exort Invoker, so they could Sunstrike the range creep and get it denied.
Seen it so many times. But to go back to Weaver pick, I like it a lot because you can run. You don't care about sticking a palm. You can easily break the Spirit Siphon. You can close the gap on Sniper. I want to see like how much he's going to be able to get from this lane. I don't think this is a difficult lane for him, considering he's playing into Tiny with the 0 armor. Bought Ring of Protection to have some extra, because there's going to be a lot of harassment from 2 ranged heroes in the lane.
Right. The Weaver pick kind of became available because of the fact that OG banned the Bloodseeker. Their idea was to hope that the Pangolier got through, and it felt like that was the idea during the draft, and then obviously Liquid banned the Pango, and it makes Weaver very viable. No Bloodseeker, let's go Weaver. Let's make it happen.
Liquid's lineup's very difficult to kill. I think OG needs to heavily commit. You have this position 5 Mirana with the leap charges, limited lockdown on OG. Then you have Weaver running away, Ricky with Tricks of the Trade, Blink Strike, difficult to catch.
Yeah, Nisha with the Ghost Walk, and then just Enigma.
Yeah, and now we can see like Batrider taking over this mid matchup. He is level 4, and as I said, keeping the 2 points. Decides whether he wants to dive.
Avalanche, Crypt Swarm, and they'll throw the tree. It'll be DM's right click that gets first blood. It was a race for first blood with the tree. So OG getting that first blood on Insania, just out a little bit too far. That level 2 really helped out OG to get that kill. You can see right now BZM still holding those points, so he's just gotten into the sticky napalm for now.
Most likely. You want to be able to farm the jungle, but this is what Batrider's have been doing for quite some time. I think starting this DPC season, haven't seen it before.
On lane, Boxy. Scouting forward and running away from Misha as well as Yuragi, going into the trees, just trying to juke a little bit. Works. Okay. Look at that. It's as easy as hide behind the tree. So what do you feel about this lineup for Liquid? Obviously, you've got the Riki, so that gives that timing of 15 minutes. We've got Sleep. That's when we're probably going to start making a lot of moves around the map. And then for OG, can you be faster than that 15, or are you kind of on a similar timing?
Team Liquid's lineup scales really well into the late game. I think OG might start to pressure slightly earlier because you have Dead Prophet, you want to group up, you have the Sniper who we see joins early fights, Boxy. Knows that Firefly is down, so we'll start to put some pressure, has Orb of Venom, but nothing too serious.
Meanwhile, Zai, with the fact that Boxy left, that allows them to go on to this Enigma and grab a second kill.
Very aggressive moves from OG, playing behind Tier 1 tower as a safe lane.
Now, especially with the Sniper that doesn't exactly have the easiest way to leave if it does get caught, but with no Boxy, it kind of felt that they had the ability to just go after this Enigma. Mid, Cold Snap, and BZM is going to drop here to Nisha, diving well too far behind the Tier 1 tower.
Not sure what the plan there was. He didn't have enough mana for a Firefly because Nisha already used 2 EMPs in the lane and burned pretty much his full mana pool, and there was no rune available. This is 5.5 minutes into the game, which means that the runes are already picked up.
Taiga coming back towards top. He tried to get the save there, but they've got the avalanche and the toss under the tower. Insania leaping, but 2 tower shots in a tree is not going to be enough. 13 life left. As Mickey just Shikuchiing and trying to do anything he can to deter OG back and not let them play as aggressively.
2 most farm hero in the games right now are Dead Prophet and Weaver. As expected, like Dead Prophet on the offlane, we've seen it dominate most of the matchups. Like even against some range heroes, Dead Prophet tends to do well.
The prize is mine.
So, what do you do against this Death Prophet then if you're the Weaver Mirana combo? Do you just not play aggressive, try to stay within the creep equilibrium?
You put a lot of pressure, especially because Taiga was roaming around. It gave Dead Prophet a lot of levels. She's sitting at level 5. Tiny only level 3, and every single time he has a combo. One thing I noticed about Taiga's Tiny is he tends to build a lot of mangoes. There was one game where he had like 7 mangoes on Tiny.
They also bring Boxy here, so let's see if they can play aggressive in this top lane and get anything from it. EMP, Cold Snap, BZM, he'll hold that mana as Misha devours some mangoes. Other than that kill on BZM, it's been pretty much back and forth and quiet, and they've both got similar net worths. Nothing too crazy going on over mid just yet.
As expected, Liquid lineup is kind of slowish. You do have Invoker, which is Quas Vex, so that means that he can be slightly more active, doesn't have that global presence, but having Enigma, having Riki as your position 4 means that you don't really have that much damage early on. Riki's all about that 15-minute shard, and then you start to play aggressive with the combo into Arrow, into like Tornado, EMP, like even a Black Hole later on if you're going for the right target, if it's something big. Look at Boxy. He's going for the couriers. We've seen it time and time again. Riki's being so annoying. He plays down a deep observer ward in the enemy triangle to scout things out.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to end up being wise to that, considering he killed the courier, but he could have just been there by coincidence. Never really know. We'll see if that gets dewarded. They also blocked the camp over here with a sentry, too, from Boxy. And now there's a double damage picked up by Nisha, so he'll start to walk his way towards bottom. And Misha's going to miss Nisha coming in, as they might be able to get Yuragi with the positioning he's at right now. So they come over, Tornado, far, hits on both, EMP. Misha getting
Good
body blocked
blocks
by Boxy. That means it's an easy kill for Nisha. So Nisha killing Misha.
Yeah, killing his younger brother. Yuragi will use Shrapnel and TP out. There's going to be a lot of pressure on this tower. Eidolons
I think this tower is...
DD plus Alacrity on Invoker.
Yeah, this tower's gone.
What about the top tower? Death Prophet does have Exorcism, so let's see if they mimic the move that Team Liquid just did. Nice read from Yuragi. Understands that this tower's gone, TP's out immediately.
Yeah, TP to mid so he could farm up the jungle a little bit and then go over to the mid lane and get what he could there. Now they'll use the Exorcism. By the way, those wards, that ward was dewarded over on the cliff in the jungle, in the triangle.
Okay. Trying to get some tower damage reduced by pulling the creeps. Does have time lapse available. Ooh, arrow hits, but there's no follow-up. Fake hype. Looks like something's going to happen. Check the minimap. There's nothing going on. Nisha with that first rotation did manage to get the Urn of Shadows charge, so that's an extra kill potential for him. Now he can go for like solo pickoffs on the supports.
He's got Midas, and then the Urn. We've seen some Invokers go into the drums, or, well, usually the call is just Midas depending on the lane. And the lane didn't go poorly at all, really, for Nisha at all. So he was able to get that Midas, right? And just be okay with his timing and positioning with it.
He's on top of net worth right now. He did kill that tower bottom. He did got a kill. He did got the second last hit as well on Misha. The game slowed down, which does benefit Team Liquid a lot. You see the first usage of the Exorcism did a lot of damage to tower, but still not dead.
A little bit surprising because it didn't really look like Liquid were exactly defending too heavily, but they didn't quite get the tower, and well, their bottom tier one's gone, and that leaves Zyda just kind of farm freely down here, and he's getting really close. I would assume he fills out the whole Guardian Greaves after this mech, but we'll see what he wants to do. Boxy gonna spot Misha while Nisha is here. I really love saying Nisha Misha.
I noticed. You said it like 3 times already.
I have to. Insania, by the way, just defending top, but DM's going to use these Seeds of Serenity. He's got Taiga as a little bit of backup, and it should be they take the tower, but they will have Nisha TP top. They've also got Mickey here.
Moonlight Shadow. Let's see if they can find something. There is a Sentry Ward, so OG sitting on top of it. They're already prepped for it.
Zai is not even going to get the mech. He's going straight Blink after the Arcane Boots.
I don't mind seeing that, just because he has so much farm right now, and getting a Blink Dagger, if he feels like they need to be able to land a Black Hole, sometimes it's much more difficult if you go for the Guardian Greaves.
Right. So now you'll have the ability to jump, whereas you don't have to just walk in. And maybe he senses that, like, if Lasso's used, then he could catch him off no silence.
I think they made a swap because Mirana is getting a decent amount of farm, most farm from all the supports, and we've seen like some greedy Miranas. Let's see, Arrow.
Tornado, Arrow with the smoke screen. BCM's coming over though, and will lasso this Mirana. Misha surviving with an avalanche coming in. They get the kill into Insania. They'll not lose anything on the side of OG. They want to go for Boxy. There's the toss and the Firefly burning this Ricky. And eventually they'll get the kill onto a second. It's a double kill for BZM. Cold Snap to try and turn around. Sunstrike. Ooh, doesn't want to grab the haste. Fooled. Yeah. Finally picks it up after the Sunstrike, and Mickey might just be here a little bit too late. They want Taiga, but he's got an avalanche. BZM coming back around. That is a little bit dangerous. Flame Break pushes back Mickey. BZM still working with his haste, and they've also got Misha around. As it looks like he'll die here. Black Hole, though, on a 2. It's going to be on a BZM as well as Taiga. They don't get the kill on a BZM, but they will take out Taiga, so both supports die on OG now.
A little too aggressive from OG.
Yeah.
They got the kill, but in a return, like, they need to have a commit. This is something we talked about. The Batrider with the lasso limited in terms of lockdown. BM.
Arrow doesn't land under the sniper. They're still trying to get this kill on Anisha. They brought in the Death Prophet. Silence, it's 2, but the Assassinate's just not going to be enough damage.
Mickey decided to go for a full farm build. No points in the Swarm whatsoever. 0-4-4 build. Like, usually you put 1 point to be able to keep the eyes on the target, but one of the reasons why he's like 500 ahead of Sniper. Not as farmed as Nisha, though. Nisha does have that Hand of Midas and has full boots of travel. 13 minutes into the game. Considering the matchup he was playing into, this is very impressive.
Yeah, it felt like his lane was not as advantageous for him on the Invoker, and now they're going to go to the
he got that
Exorcism.
kill.
Yeah, and then he really started to pull away. So Maelstrom picked up for Yuragi, while, of course, we already talked about the Maelstrom on Mickey. Using this Exorcism to try and get the tower over mid. EMP boxing nearby with Insania, so let's see. Ooh, coming around the back, they've got the Avalanche, the lasso. It's on Anisha. They'll get the kill into the Invoker. They've also dusted up Boxy. They want to kill this Ricky, but Boxy's just going to TP away. They should be able to focus this tier 1 mid and finish it off.
Nicely done. BZM finds a good angle. Still, 2k gold lead for Team Liquid, now down to 1k, but they're getting a lot of farm on the map, especially Mickey. Like, while this was happening, I said that he was second on the net worth, and suddenly he's the first one by far. Like, the net worth just keeps increasing.
Assassinate. Okay.
Yeah, so in the end, the item swap that I mentioned, Mirana will go for mech, because she is getting a decent amount of farm, and eventually will get it. So Zai can't afford to go for more greedy item build. Seems like it's going to be a Lens into BKB most likely.
And then eventually after that should be Octarine Core, right?
Maybe a refresher before that. We'll see. It's still a long way ahead of it.
Yeah.
Dead Prophet, speaking of the Guardian Greaves, just finished off hers.
Ooh, Zai. That pulls down. You should hear EMP with Cold Snap. And they'll get the kill on a Taiga.
Taiga trying a tree throw to get some Eidolon's damage then. DM underneath the ward. Team Liquid splitting the map nicely. You can see all 3 lanes are being pushed in. Boxy trying to find his farm very close to his item, the only item that he pretty much needs. That shard, 200 gold away from it.
Yeah, so he'll have that soon enough. He's just farming here for free over mid. The supports of Liquid are ahead by a decent amount over the ones on OG. They're really not getting much of anything in terms of the 2 supports there. BZM, Firefly, and spots Boxy, hits the Flame Break, pops an Illusion, that's it. Does do a lot of damage to this Ricky. But already has that shard coming in. Smoke screen, there's the Swarm finally coming through, the Malefice, and even the Arrow Strike. Not even going to need the Sunstrike to land because they already got the kill on a BZM. They'll look for Taiga. Boxy, if his courier... It already came. He's got the sweeping dart. So yeah, Taiga's going to die here to Boxy.
Team Liquid so quick, moving around the map this time around. The rune bait does pay off, and they're picking out the bottom tower. They still have a catapult. Nisha immediately uses Alacrity. They want to put in some extra damage. Now TP stop. Like the value, like you can see that gold keeps increasing for them, currently at 4k. Once they take another fight near Roshan, Team Liquid can go for Rosh. I think the same thing can be said for both teams. If they win a fight, if you have this Exo going, you can go for it. We didn't talk about Sniper too much, but Yuragi, he's been farming in the middle of the pack right now.
Alphys. BZM's fine. We also brought Nisha and Taiga in.
The zoning arrow, scouting things out.
They're kind of far behind on these cores here for OG.
If you look at the minimap, whole OG squad is pretty much at the same spot, while the rest of the Team Liquid is really spread out. Boots of Travel definitely does help out. You have Beaver, who can be anywhere on the map, pretty much moves instantly with Shikuchi going into BKB next. I think once they finish off their BKBs, one on Invoker, one on Weaver, it's going to be very difficult for OG to get the damage done. You have this Omni Knight who doesn't deal much. Tiny's only level 7, 17 minutes into the game.
So aware of this.
These Invoker players, I think we praise Stormstormer quite a lot because of his movements, because of his spider senses. Like, he almost never gets ganked. He never pushes that extra wave. And now in the bottom lane, Insania. Alacrity, position 5 Mirana, taking the tower.
Nice. That's how it's done. While they do that, while they do make that rotation up towards top, OG's going to try and clean up the jungle, get some farm out of this. But you could see that they are, you already said it, grouping together to the point where they're losing out on farm.
OG might go for Rosh because the Exorcism just went up and it's a level 2 Exo. DM instantly pops it.
Yeah, this is what they need. Seeds of Serenity also to heal them up. Meg finally finished here for Insania. You were talking about that being the switch. They're also going to the BKB on Zai. So let's see if they can get this Roche.
They should know something is up because bottom lane's being pushed in.
Arrow, lands on a DM. Sunstrike not going to be on the mark, but now they're kind of leaving this Roche in a weird spot if they bail.
They might take a fight, like, even after they take Roche, because Exorcism running out. This is most of their damage.
They're going to throw another arrow. This one's going to hit Roche this time, putting him down to about 500 health. BZM over to the side. They've got the Moonlight Shadow to work with. They've thrown a shrapnel into the pit. This Roche is sitting with such a minuscule amount of health. That could be a problem. Dust, Avalanche, Flame Break, hitting on a Zai, Silence on a 2. That's a Silence onto the Invoker. They get the Aegis onto Yuragi. They also get the kill. They'll drop down the Meteor. They have Purification. Yuragi being healed as well as the Heavenly Grace on him, allowing him to heal at 32.4 a second.
Meke just finished off his VKB, but OG will go back to the high ground. So Yuragi holding the Aegis for 5 minutes. He's not been involved as sniper as much, but as I said, like Team Liquid, they want to take a fight. They understand that without Net Profit ulti, they really don't have that much damage. And again, look at the minimap. Zai's bottom. You see Nisha pushing out the mid, while the rest of the team is actually going for the kills.
They're going to walk into Taiga. I think BZM, yeah, he's going to TP out. They have the Sweeping Dart. It's on a Tiny, and it's a quick kill onto Taiga. Meke gets credit for that one, and they get a gem now in the hands of OG. We've talked about early gem purchases for some of these teams, especially when you're going up against the Ricky, or we've seen with Slark teams as well.
It's very, like, they have, what,
They're
1, 2, 3, 4 Invis heroes on their side.
They might be lucky that that Sweeping Dart was onto the Omni Knight because Yuragi was right next to him, but BZM comes in with the BKB. He's got the lasso. It's onto the Ricky. Silence is on to Ricky as well, so they get the kill on a Boxy, but Meke with the BKB just taunts his way to an escape, and it's only a 1-for-1.
Net worth keeps increasing for Liquid. They're just getting way too much out of the map. This bottom lane, there's always someone, whether it's Fever, 5 bottom, Invoker with Boots of Travel. Nisha just finished off his BKB, going into Linken's next. They don't have abilities to proc the Linken's, so that's going to be a huge issue. I don't think Batrider is going to be able to find the lasso on these big targets, especially if Fever also decides to get one after finishing off Leipnir.
Yeah, I don't know what they can do to get the lockdown here. It feels... We talked about it in the early part of the game that it has to be full commitments, but even with their full commitments, it feels like they're only getting 1 or 2 heroes.
Yeah.
Which just isn't enough.
Holding the Philly, trying to get that Blink Dagger. It's a late Blink Dagger, but once you get that Philosopher's Stone, you know that eventually you'll be able to farm that. Zai also close to his BKB, hiding in the trees, just 600 gold away from it.
So, just sitting here. And now we'll TP away. Bottom lane, Boxy, tricks of the trade, lands the dart. It's
not on time.
To the bat, and the arrow misses.
If it was the old one, the 4-second duration sleep dart, the undispellable one. Nothing wrong with that, by the way.
Not broken at all. They also Moonlight Shadow. Like, Liquid doesn't want to stop being aggressive with their positioning and their fights. Ragi's here in the trees, and everybody's here for Liquid. You need to be careful if you're OG on the positioning for this one. Liquid have been laying in wait, and they throw an arrow that doesn't land, just barely misses. And again, they send Nisha bottom. Like you said, somebody's always there. They've got the gem on BZM, so Boxy recognizing that he needs to get further back. They do have Exorcism again.
Now with the Blink Dagger on Tiny, I think they might afford to play a bit more relaxed, where they don't need to group up as 5. So with the lasso available, with Tiny toss combo, these 2 heroes, they can go for the pickoffs. And interesting build on DM, going for Heaven's Halberd. I guess he understands like where most of the damage is gonna come from, and that's Weaver right clicks. So, and that's also another tool to proc the Linken's with.
Radiant are scanning.
Minute and 12 remaining on this Aegis. Do you think they fight before the end of that?
I don't think they will be able to.
Something.
They're definitely looking, but Liquid will not give them the opportunity.
Radiant's top
Top lane, 81% win probability.
Liquid has been so efficient with their movement, with the way they farm the map. Like even this Aegis, it felt like it didn't matter for them at all that OG picked it up.
Yeah, they got it. They just kind of disengaged, and I think they knew their advantage, right? Knew that even with this Aegis, they didn't feel like OG were in the proper position to fight back too much because they haven't really been punching too hard the other way. And once they, like, if they don't even focus on fighting and they go to these Lincolns, like you said, it makes it so difficult for OG to even take fights. So when do they feel confident enough to do so?
Double damage just spawned. This is the timing. Mickey will pick it up. Does have Road of Atos coming to him.
They know the timing. The Aegis expired just now.
Look at that.
Sleeping
Professional
dart.
esports team knows the timing of Aegis. Well done.
Arrow? Blink in, BCM. That's way too far by yourself. It was a little bit too far forward to the team, but he goes to the Exorcism. They're going to try and get these kills. They'll look over. They've got the silence on a Mickey. BKB's been popped. He goes to the time-lapse. They get the kill to Boxy. They bought back on the Ricky to start, but this double damage going to be outputting a good amount of damage if he can find the right positioning. But for right now, Exorcism popped, Liquid disengaged. They don't want to fight into it. And they've got Moonlight Shadow, so they can wait and then make the jump.
OG forced 2 BKBs immediately. One on Zai and also one on Mickey. And also a time lapse. So I don't know if Team Liquid wants to take this fight. There's still Black Hole available. They know that EXO is down. Is there a smoke? Yeah, there is one on Ricky, so maybe with this smoke they could look for something.
Definitely bought back like they thought maybe they could find a fight. Want that extra sleeping dart. Taiga's only level 10. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you're not as active as Tiny. They couldn't do much in the lane. They did, kill Mirana once, but that was pretty much it.
Grouping up again over mid. Can they find anything? The one around is DM. And doesn't have EXO for 75 seconds. Gaimin finished, and that's a lot more control for Liquid if they group up on the side of OG. They need to be careful as well.
Lasso available once again, and the BKB. So let's see if BCM can find an opening, especially with that gem that you mentioned.
Yeah, he's going into an Octarine core as well, and I think Zai queued up the rest of his. Nisha getting closer and closer to having that Lincoln sphere. And OG starting to leave the base and find a little bit of confidence to walk forward.
Yeah, I was told before coming into this, you know, Europe, West, it's the most entertaining region. It's action-packed. We have 16 kills in 26 minutes. People lied to me.
They put a lot of their kills on the back end. This I'll say over 43 kills. I'm gonna say. I think there's gonna be a lot of action coming into the later part of this game. Some hopium copium, but I don't know. I think both these teams will skirmish and fight and go back and forth. Silence hits Boxy. That means there's no sleeping dart for a long duration. They've got the avalanche that lands on a Mickey. Yuragi towards the back, and BZM, he's been slept, but he's got that Heavenly Grace to save him out. Gaimin thrown out onto this Bat Rider again. He's using the cliff to try and mess with Liquid. They also get Nisha's Courier. That's his Lincoln's recipe.
So we'll not have it for 2.5 minutes.
Lasso on a Mickey. Can they kill him? Can they control him before he's able to get the time lapse off? The answer is no. They did disarm him. Zai coming over, gets the Malphus on a Taiga. Arrow following it up, not going to land. Boxy, though, gets to sleep on a Yuragi. Have the flame break. That also lands out of the Ricky over on the other side of the fight, though. GM's trying to fight here again on a Mickey. He already used the time lapse. They've got the black hole coming around the side. It's going to be out of BCM, and they'll get the kill on a BCM, but they also lose Mickey. The gem's going to be picked up. It's into the hands of the Ricky. Boxy trying to leave with this gem as well. They've lost their carry, but they've got BZM, and they've got the gem.
Even though you lost the carry, I think picking up a gem there is huge, especially because they have 4 Invis heroes on their side. So that's massive. Gem will reset on OG's side because they picked it up relatively early, but you can see this build on Dead Prophet, allowing DM to use Heaven's Halberd, like they get the silence, force a BKB from Viewer, and the time lapse, and then Mickey doesn't feel too comfortable coming into this fight.
Sleeping Dart. Heavenly Grace again.
Nisha has been really where he needs to be as Omni Knight. He knows that he's playing into this. Like, this is the combo, this is the opener. Sleeping Dart into Arrow. And he needs to break it.
Heavenly Grace 14-second cooldown, and that combined with the sweeping dart that has a 12-second cooldown. Basically, you'll have it for the most part when a dart gets thrown. Top lane, Yuragi just throwing a shrapnel, cleaning up where he can. He's going into the BKB. BZM, he's looking at an Octarine core. Zai hasn't purchased his just yet. He's a little bit short. But Roche up in 50 seconds, and you can kind of tell by OG's positioning they're waiting for their chance to go for the second Roche. It should kind of line up perfectly with Exorcism.
They can try to, again, go for this type of a fight. Because if Enigma blinks in, even with the BKB, Dead Prophet Exo is running, Sniper with the right clicks, you still might die and not get too much off of it. And there's damage on the ground. Shrapnel, again, Dead Prophet Exo, even a stick in a palm, if it hits you, cancels your Blink Dagger, then you might not be able. So Zai's positioning needs to be really good. He's smoked for now, does have the Tumbler Stow as well to jump in and close the gap even closer if necessary.
He just doesn't have Black Hole for another minute. Eidolon's leaving just as Roche respawns. So does DM. No.
We know. We are definitely... this is the only thing we're better than the professional players at. We can see everything, we can see every ward, and we can see the exact timing of a Roche spawn. Eidolon will scout things out in the Roche pit. OG just smoked.
Yeah, I think they definitely feel they have the advantage with Exo back up and no Black Hole for the next 30 seconds. Arrow doesn't land anywhere, and with the smoke, they're kind of taking the long way out and around. They might find a courier. If they do, just hiding.
Not again. 50 gold short. Can Eidolons get the last hit? They cannot. Insania making sure that Zai doesn't get it.
Not getting that catapult either.
It's being delivered as we speak. Black hole available. It's level 2 black hole now, so the goes down to exact 3 minutes. Yeah, and now with the Octarine core, 135 seconds.
And then level 3, just 2 minutes. So, smoke used again by Liquid as both teams kind of hesitant, knowing that Roche is most likely up. Gleipnir, it's Yuragi, but the Avalanche comes through. It hits on a Zai with a BKB. He'll go to the Black Hole. It's going to be on the 2, but they've got themselves the Guardian Angel coming through from Misha. Zai taking a lot of damage. They've got the Guardian Greaves coming out from DM, and they've got the right-click damage coming out from Yuragi. Now they've got the last one on Mickey, but the deafening blast that hits on Yuragi. He has nowhere to go.
In trouble.
Can he get out of this one? Sunstrike lands and takes out the Sniper, but they've already lost 3. They'll lose Boxy. That's 4 heroes dead on the side of Liquid. All they've lost so far is just the Tiny as well as the Sniper. They're trying to chase Nisha. Can they find him? Not looking likely, but they do end up getting 4 in that fight.
Yeah, this is what I talked about. Enigma blinking in, Exorcism already running. Batrider, he pops the BKB, gets the Guardian Angel, so the only right-click damage they have is pretty much Weaver, but it wasn't enough. And also, Mickey not using the time-lapse there. You can see, it looked relatively good as an opener, like the Black Hole on 2, but this Guardian Angel providing him with the necessity to just keep them long enough in a fight. And Mickey, he did have like his time-lapse available, but gets stunned, uses Shikuchi, tries to run away. I think if he just popped the time-lapse there, maybe the fight could be turned around. Maybe one extra kill could have gotten from that, but in the end, big team fight for OG one. And still looking at the net worth, 6K gold lead for Team Liquid. It's been like that for the past 10 minutes.
It didn't even move, which was wild. I was like, all right, 4 for 2. Same net worth. Yeah, look at that. Even with that fight, it just kind of stayed the same. Aegis Shard available, but everybody up now. Arrow will scout that nobody's in there. But they smoke on OG again. Have no Black Hole this time, no Exo. Blink, Avalanche lands on a 2. They've got the right-click damage to get the kill on Insania. Now they'll look over with BKB being popped by Nisha, but the Lincolns gets popped, and that's on the Flaming Lasso. So they won't have that control. The Flame Break hits onto Mickey, but they still take out Taiga. They've disarmed this Weaver. They'll throw down a Shrapnel, forcing him to time-lapse back closer to the team, but Again, no lasso means no control.
EXO available in 20 seconds. Same goes for Black Hole and less ready right now. So I think even without Mirana, Team Liquid will be looking for a fight.
Still moving forward. They've got the Gleipnir. They have Tornado to follow it up. These heroes don't exactly have enough right now to fight back, it feels like. Gleipnir, there it is, with the silence as well as the sleep from that dart. They'll go to the Exorcism, the right-click damage. They've got the disarm. It's on a Mickey. He doesn't have a time lapse. The Black Hole, it's going to be on a 3, though. It's massive from Zai. Do they have the damage to clean up? They get the kill on Yuragi. They'll look over at BZM, who's still running away with the BKB. The Sunstrike will land onto DM. Another Gleipnir thrown over by Mickey. Even with the Exo going, though, Avalanche toss. Is it going to be enough? Oh, Mickey! He's in too far! He'll end up dying. They've got the Sleeping Dart that's going to land on the DM, so he won't be able to chase with the Exorcism. But BZM moving forward, Force Staff forward from Taiga, but they don't find these heroes on the side of Liquid. They're still hidden under the Shroud of Moonlight Shadow. They've lost Yuragi, Sleeping Dart. Once again, they've got the silence. It's on the DM. It's with the smoke screen. Now they've stunned up with the arrow, this Death Prophet by the Avalanche, the toss. They get the Kona Boxing. Now can they look towards the rest? They've bobbed back on the Omni Knight. Misha back into the fight as they'll continue to chase. Zai blinks out, avoiding the silence coming through from DM, but they finally have the lasso back off cooldown. They find Insania. They'll get the Mirana. They'll take him out. And now it's a double kill for DM. They're right by the Roche pit, but with no sniper, the damage is a little bit lacking to go for this Roche.
Yeah, they need sniper. Once sniper is out, they should definitely go inside the pit. But Zai with that this Giga Chat Black Hole on 3, going for the right targets, finding Omni Knight this time around. So Guardian Angel is not popped, and they do have enough damage. Also, we didn't mention, but Invoker has had this Hex for a very long time, which does allow them to have a better control, and he can also go for the pickoffs on the side lanes. And as we expected, OG going inside the Roche pit. Enigma no black for 45, so this Roche, let's see if Team Liquid wants to defend it even without a Black Hole. They will try to poke with Tornado. Meteor is available, just got shard delivered.
Hex on a DM, Sweeping Dart that hits the Omni Knight, but they've got themselves Taiga going in with the Avalanche. It's forcing the BKB going to be popped by Nisha. Now EMP down onto the Tiny. He tosses the Ricky towards the backlines. Flame Break tricks of the trade. He goes into the Roche pit, but they get the kill onto the Taiga. They'll take out Boxy. On the backlines, though, they look over at Yuragi. He pops the BKB. He's surrounded by 4 heroes. He needs to get out of this one. They've got the lasso. It's going to be on a BKB, but they have the damage.
They got
it's
the
a
silence.
Yuragi will force them on the high ground. Now he can start to poke back. They've got the Assassinate. They'll have the damage to get the kill onto the Weaver.
Mickey has a buyback.
They'll take out Mickey, but he does have buyback. Can he get back into the fight with the BKB pop by BCM? They'll chase onto Insania. They'll look over as the Moonlight Shadow is going to be popped here by the Mirana. They'll look as they lose the Mirana now, and Nisha as well as Zai need to back off. They'll run away. There's no buyback coming out from this Weaver.
Mickey was thinking about it, definitely. If he finds the opportunity, buyback, time-lapse, come into the fight. But they couldn't find anything. BZM so patient with the lasso, and their spellcasting was really on point there. Lasso into silence, and again, Mickey dies. Mickey has not finished the item. Like, he had this Gleipnir for a very long time. Thinking about going into Scotty, now he's turning it into Satanic, wants to be able to have a Dispel. So you can see his way of thinking. Just, you know, if he gets hit by that silence, plus the lifesteal might keep him alive there.
Radiant's bottom
Can
tower
he
is under
survive
attack.
once he gets the Satanic? And he needs to get to that item a little bit further away, and we'll be 1,100 gold away.
They would definitely love to have Lotus Orbs on Liquid. I see one being queued up by Insania right now.
Smoke, 5-man. Arrow! Just short of Yuragi.
Black Hole available this time around.
Tornado hits on a DM. They'll evacuate the pit once again. And now they're going to go over to the side of the Sunstrike, but they've got this Exorcism. They get the Kona Boxy, so that's going to take the Ricky out of the fight for 50 seconds. They used Exo, but do they back off into the pit, try and just finish off this Roche? It's very scary knowing that Zai is ready with the Black Hole. But they do have Guardian Angel once again, and Misha is going to position himself outside the pit to stay away from the Black Hole.
DM using Exorcism as a zoning tool, not going for Roche.
Yeah, they get the Aegis. Now they've got the lasso. It's going to be on Azai. He's got no way out of this one. They'll take out the Enigma. He's got buyback, and the chase, they go for more. Taiga has blink in 9 seconds. Insania behind the tier 2 tower, as well as Nisha. He's right now under the Ghost Walk. Over to the side is DM. Now looking, they've got the Hex. It's on to Taiga with the EMP as well as the Meteor. They've got an arrow that doesn't hit thanks to the Force Staff of Taiga. Actually, I believe it was the Hurricane Pike from Yuragi.
They're taking care of each other so nicely. This is their real family, pretty much.
Is under attack.
BZM finding, again, an opening, finding that Enigma. Zai sitting at 2.5k gold, still thinking, you know, maybe do I need a Linken's, or if it's all-in, refresher type of a game?
Now he's got Spell Prism too, so level 3 on the Black Hole will be 105.6 seconds. Double damage is bottom, by the way, if anybody ends up seeing it, and it will be DM. So we had talked about the net worth lead being 6k for so long,
and finally,
it is even.
Yeah. It doesn't feel as even. If we could see the win probability from Dota Plus.
Still 58% for Liquid.
I love showing Dota Plus because it helps me be biased towards one team. It's like, hell yeah, 64, nice. I'll go with that team. Praise them for the next couple of minutes until Dota Plus shows something different.
And here are the odds from esportsbet.io. It has OG as the favorite, so maybe they know something that Dota Plus doesn't. Exactly.
Holding the Aegis for 3 minutes. It's like having, you know, 2 snipers. He also picked up the shard, so having that grenade, disarm, and also knockback for himself so he can get out of the trouble.
Yeah, so they could use that in conjunction with the Heaven's Halberd from DM and make Mickey kind of, you know, maimed. They're going to head towards top. Zai and Insane are here. Zai now building Axe. Okay.
It's like we swapped the Axe a couple of times because things changed. Midnight Pulse is not max HP anymore, it's current, so now we added that to Aghanim Scepter, and also what was the shard before, so now it's also like the pull. Yeah. It's a cool one. I like it. It's an expensive one. Might still go for something different. It's a lot of damage. Like when he goes in and gets that max HP plus the current.
He's also got the shard, so he's got that upgrade in Malefice. 1.35 second stun. That is a lot for Malefice. Boxy's courier goes down, and it had a book for him to read. Well, he'll be not reading for a while. Trying to build an Aeon disc. DM. He's got Shivas now. And they're going to Exorcism to go to the high ground, so they want to force a fight. They feel confident enough to do so.
Big pickup in terms of neutral items. Witchbane on Beaver. So you have a Dispel against Omni Knight, which is pretty big, and you can also dispel the Eon discs with it.
It's not instant though, right?
It has like a slight of a delay. Like it's, you know.
Sleep, Blink, Lasso coming in, but they've got the Hex. It's going to be on to BZM, but they get the damage out onto Insania. They'll get the kill with the BKBB pop by Nisha. So they'll start with that. Zai, though, Malefice. We've talked about that stun upgrade thanks to the shard. The Exorcism Ghosts are going to be coming back in, and they've got bottom pushing in a little bit. Octarine Core finished off here for the Invoker. They're not chasing outside the base. And OG now take a net worth lead.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
For what feels like the first time this game.
Getting this tower. Smoke from Liquid. They want to get something done. Double damage picked up by Sniper. Ooh, they don't know about this. They don't have any vision here. So if they hold the high ground, this could be very bad for Team Liquid.
DM. Ooh. Got these heroes smoked up. Call OG Scotty because they don't know. They're going to come over. They've got the Sweeping Dart as well as the Hex. It's on to Taiga. So Arrow's going to follow it up. They get the kill there onto the Tiny, but they have found themselves Zai. He's on the back lines. He's gone. They don't even get the kill on the Taiga. They've got this double damage running from Yuragi. He needs to find himself good positioning so he doesn't get picked off. The disarm. It's on a Mickey. He's trying to run away. The blink right on top of this Weaver. Spirit Siphon. There's the fear thanks to the upgraded Aghanim Shard. They get the kill on Anisha while that's all going on, and Yuragi having that double damage.
Yeah, they didn't know what we said. Fighting into DD Sniper, you can see damage, 4,000 damage, and this fight lasted for like 25 seconds pretty much. So now it's time to strike. Exorcism will be back online in 15. They already killed Tier 2 tower top, Tier 2 tower, even Tier 3 tower on the mid lane, so they have a way to go after killing the barracks.
And they also
no buyback on Invoker.
Yeah, and they've got the Spell Prism on DM, so he's able to have that Exorcism back up to take this. Ragi able to poke from the low ground, and this is an easy siege. of the mid racks.
And top
Dire's middle barracks
still have that exo going for a half a duration. You can see Mickey still trying to do his own thing on the bottom lane. Get some extra farm. Try to potentially force a rotation, but Taiga's already there.
Dire's top
Yeah.
tower is under attack. Dire's top tower.
So
is
they'll
falling.
lose the top tier 3. Next will come the melee racks.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Blink, Malphus, Guardian Greaves, so he won't have to deal with that, but they've got the Sweeping Dart, no arrow, Silence on a Boxy, Nullifier's been picked up by Mickey. So can he use this?
He does have a Nullifier and Witchbane, doubling down on the Dispel.
So now they'll have the Invoker back up. Nisha's here. He's arrived once again.
They need a black hole, like they need to be able to catch at least 3 heroes, the one that he did near the secret shop from OG. This is the type of black hole that Liquid needs. I don't think they have much left. If they miss a black hole, if Enigma dies, he invested all of his gold trying to get this Aghanim Scepter. Without a black hole, I think OG has a very clear entrance to just finish off the game. And Liquid, they smoked.
Zai also close to buying out on that Ags. He just needs the point booster. Also, the great thing about OG's fight in the last exchange was they knew where Zai was. They went to the back. They found him. Made sure no black hole.
Batrider with this type of a build, we didn't mention him for some time. He has that
Radiant
Timeless
top
Relic,
standing.
Witchblade, the Shard, so it's going to deal a lot of damage. Has also Eon Disc that is not assembled yet, so we'll pop it in a mid-fight. If this Batrider lives in a fight long enough, BKBs are down, he's going to clean them up.
Big group of creeps and Eidolons here, but they'll be taken away. Just trying to get this Ags. 50 gold away. That'll mean no buyback here for Zai, so if he never has the opportunity to get a black hole off, it just won't come. So that's going to be a bit of an issue. They're not fighting just yet. Roche now a minute and 10 seconds away. There's going to be third Roche, potentially a Ag's Blessing or a Refresher Shard, and there's the Ags. That'll get delivered. If you could get a 3-man black hole again,
You need to catch Omni.
Nice.
You definitely need to catch Omni, otherwise... I mean, they do have 2 Dispels now, so that's going to help out. Like, even Taiga buying a BKB on this 4 Tiny. Extra gold that he was holding that Philosopher's Stone for a very long time did help out.
So, when will OG choose to go? Will they stay a little bit more conservative, knowing that
Dire's
Roche
top barracks are
should
under
be up
attack.
soon? And does that maybe give an advantage over to Liquid, knowing that if you're going to go for Roche, you might be grouped up and we could potentially find the black hole that we've been
Dire's
looking
top
for.
barracks are under attack.
BZM does have that Boots of Travel. It's his first item overall, so can join a fight relatively easy. 5 seconds until the Roche spawn. Liquid, they need to be the one scouting things out.
Got these creeps pushing forward, but Crypt Swarm, Flame Breaks, just cleans them up so quickly, and it will be a Refresher Shard on Roche. Mickey going to the Scotty after picking up that Nullifier and that Satanic, so we'll see if he's got the survivability here. Buyback's only available on Sniper, Batrider, now Nisha, and the Ricky of Boxing. Sleeping Dart.
Those combos that they were supposed to land completely got ruined by Omni Knight pick. OG, they were, people try to figure out how to deal with it, whether a Batten, whether an Omni Knight. I'm surprised we didn't see like a Batten as a real counter to it. Maybe in China, if the others start to pick it, you know, Zhao 8 will bang one out. Like he'll definitely pick that a Batten.
Yeah, he'll try to innovate, maybe a little bit.
Slow siege by Sniper. Arrow gonna hit.
But they've got the Heavenly Grace, so pause. A little bit of lag. So we'll see how quickly we can go when ready. All right, there's the G. But will Liquid be ready to go? There it is. So we're going to unpause.
Glyph popped by Team Liquid. Sniper will still do the same thing. Does have that Heavenly Grace. Zai thinking about going in. But then again, if you commit and they have
Radiant's bottom
buybacks
tower
on the
is under
hero,
attack. Radiant's bottom
could
tower
be
is
tricky.
under
Batrider pushing out the bottom wave right now.
Now, like you said, he's got those boots of travel, so he could be in the fight. He's also got an A on disc he hasn't even completed yet, so first time he'll have that. Could be in this next fight. Moonlight Shadow to a 4-man smoke. There's the blink as well as the avalanche. They've got the hex. It's going to be on the tiny. Now they look over as DM's going to the back lines. They've got a black hole. It's going to be on the Omni Knight as well as Yuragi, but it's not going to be enough. They've got the last one coming in from BCM. The right clicks from Yuragi. He's going to die. They lose Misha. Boxing down goes Zai, but he already got the black hole off enough to get the kill on the sniper, who's going to buy back. They look over at Mickey. Nisha over to the side. They have Insania in their sights. They'll look. Concussive Grenade won't get Yuragi close enough. Now they're without Zai for 60 seconds, but no Omni for 75.
Zai found the right opening, what we mentioned, like he needs to find that Omni so he can get the Guardian.
Ooh, blink
Angel
forward,
off.
silence on the 2! Mickey, as well as Boxy in trouble! Boxy goes down for 100 seconds,
have
Mickey's
time
gonna be
left.
forced to time lapse, but the right click's coming out from Yuragi. Nobody's on the sniper! He's free to just hit you away, but now they're gonna start going his way. They'll look over as Yuragi's gonna pop the BKB. He's also got
Nisha.
that blink in, so he'll use the concussive grenade to move forward. Nisha trying to get away. Arrow doesn't land on either Yuragi or BZM.
Oh, that's a buyback. That's 2 buybacks. One on Misha, one on Yuragi. On side of Liquid, only Boxy bought back, so they can run in, try to poke, because with only Sniper, yeah, you do have damage, you do have a sustain, but it's going to take you more than you would expect. Let's see if Liquid can get there on time.
Sunstrike sees
Roshan
it.
down to half HP. You have Weaver, level 27. It's a lot of right clicks from Weaver. He does have that level 20 talent, Geminate attack damage, Geminate attack as well, so OG will be forced out of the Roche pit.
Net worth sits back at even again. Buyback available on BZM, DM, and Nisha. So take away the OBS and OG. If they want to buy back on DM, they can. Let's see. Depends on the position.
Oh, Yuragi.
Yuragi.
If he gets Black Hole here,
They have Black Hole. He's just going to use it. Sunstrike, Guardian Angel. Now they got the last one. Get on the side. It was a little bit of a bait. They let Yuragi out there, but now they're going to go to the back lines. They've got that Nullifier. It's going to be on Yuragi with the damage coming out from Mickey. He gets it
Where's
for
the
a
vision?
second. Can they get the vision
Meteor!
on him? The Meteor. He runs in, and he loses his life to a Meteor. He's
Oh,
dead
no,
for 2 minutes.
oh no, the second meteor, the shard upgrade actually got him there. They lost vision. And oh, Mickey tipping Nisha. He knows what he did there. This Roche refresher for Enigma this time around. And you will also have a refresher. Nisha has that refresher. So double Hex, double BKB, and a full combo twice. It's going to be Mirana holding that refresher for now. Double arrow, insanely. Just kidding. Like, give it to give it to Zai immediately.
No sniper for 80 seconds.
I think they needed to let that Roche go, considering that Yuragi used the buyback and they played way too aggressive.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Can they hold for a minute? They have what it takes. How will Liquid go about going after this base? They've got a glyph that'll hold for a little bit. Flame Break also just bumping them once, now twice. Now Avalanche, but Lincoln's on him. Hex, complete here. And Taiga, he needs to run. He pops the BKB. He's got a Meteor on him as well. But that Meteor does not turn Taiga into lava on this Tiny.
So many dispels on Weaver. You do have Witchbane, you have Nullifier, you have the spell for yourself with Satanic and the BKB. And this is the first set of barracks. Seems
Flame
like
Break
they're
again.
not going to defend this one as well. 25 seconds until Sniper's back online, and also pre-casting
Sleeping
Lotus
Dart.
Orb.
Blinking, and now they've got the black hole. It's going to be from Zai, of course, on this Enigma.
Does
You
have a
the
refresher.
damage. No, not enough to get BZM just yet, but he's trying to run away. Mickey's in on the lasso. He's into the base. Can they hold him down? Oh, they're going to get him. They've got the Aegis out of his hands. They lasted him twice.
Toss.
Do they have the toss? Toss into the air. He's in the base. Do they have the damage? They do. Oh, my God.
They actually executed it.
I
And now
can't
they're on the
believe it.
run. They're on the run, but damage has been done. Mickey does have a buyback. What a... And sprays
Oh,
side J.
J.
Well, he's running away. It's time to strike. They need to go in and force those buybacks. Marana does have one. Ricky, he's on cooldown for 3.5 minutes. But most importantly, for Liquid, Mickey does have one.
Yeah, and they want to force this buyback.
Fountain, MVP there, dealing the most damage.
So, BCM, look at how much he just...
He assembles that Eon disc, and then, like, he was disarmed. This Heaven's Halberd has been causing a lot of issues for Mickey. And then Taiga finding the right opportunity. No, he had nothing. He did have Shikuchi, no time lapse for 2 seconds, gets silenced, and gets deleted.
What a hold without Sniper. That's insane. And then, let's see the most important part.
Oh yeah, this is it. So beautiful. So Liquid not able actually to hold without using a buyback. Mickey's out in 20. Net Profit going for refresher for herself, level 25, so even more level 26 make it so even more exorcism spirits.
Boy. Everybody, you know, we were talking about what, 16 kills in 26 minutes. I told you they loaded it into the back end.
Zai still holding on to that refresher. He only used one, and you can see damage with that Aghanim Scepter Black Hole. So imagine 2 of those, plus a Midnight Pulse. It's gonna hurt.
And everybody having to deal with getting pulled into the black hole. Don't want to pass the event horizon.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So OG playing very far forward. 5-man smoke from Liquid. Flame break. They kind of know where BZM is based on the trajectory of that. Look at the avalanche. It's on a 3. Oh dear. Silence. It's going to be on a Mickey. They've got DM going in with the exorcism. There's the black hole. It's only going to land on a 1. It's starting to pull in Taiga though. They've got the Guardian Angel. It's going to be enough damage to come out. No, it's not. DM's going to survive. He pops the Guardian Creeps. Now he's looking over at Insane. He's got the Spirit Simons coming through with Foxy. Blink Strike. Black hole once again. This time on a Yuragi. He'll go after the Sniper, but he doesn't have enough damage to get the kill on the Sniper just yet. But then we'll go over with BKBB. Bye-bye Yuragi. The damage on Nisha. They've already got 3 heroes dead on the side of OG.
Where's the damage?
Yuragi
They found him.
doesn't TP out. They've got the Tornado coming in from Nisha. One right click to take out Foxy, but Yuragi ends up dead. So does Mickey. They took out this Weaver, but he's going to buy back. They have the Nullifier, and they'll take out BZM in a full team wipe for Liquid.
They want to close it out. Mickey using the buyback. This Nullifier and Witchbane has been pain in the ass for OG. They don't have they don't have those Lincoln Spheres up. Only one on Sniper, but it's still not enough. Like, you see this DM, he gets in with the Dead Prophet. Good opening from Taiga, finding Avalanche on 3, but still not good enough. Beaver going ham in that fight, being able to lock onto DM. Scotty slow, reducing the healing, and has overwhelming damage with his talents. Like, this itemization from Mickey has been really good.
35 seconds till they'll have Yuragi back into the fight. They have the Hex, they have the Clayton. They'll could go over to get the kill on the Taiga. The Flame Brave's going to push them back, but they've got the Meteor. The Guardian Greaves, not going to be enough. So they take away the Tiny. Taiga now out of it. Mega Creeps looking almost inevitable.
Mickey still being careful, does not want to die here. He just used the buyback. Nisha does have a full buyback, and he also has a full Aghanim Scepter upgrade, so that's going to be a Cataclysm, double Cataclysm with the refresher. Can they hold 25 seconds until Sniper?
Yeah, they have his buyback available, but the question is, does he want to use it? The tier 4s are going to start to go down, but can they deter the side of Liquid so he doesn't have to use it and has 2 in this fight? And that might be happening with the Glyph used, so the patience on not immediately using buyback might lead to them having a second chance here.
One more fight. That's all they got on OG. If they lose a fight, game just ends. We'll take the outpost. Win probability. Yeah, it's been back and forth.
Yeah.
First it was 13, then 66 for OG. Now back to 12%.
Look at this graph.
It's a wild graph. It's really back and forth game.
Vision out. Yuragi needs to be careful about his positioning. Zai not near, has Black Hole. Ags overwhelming blink. Another Lincoln's here for the side of Liquid. Ags is going to be delivered now for Nisha. That was a Ags blessing.
Yeah, it's a full one. 40,000 net worth on Invoker. He didn't even pick it up. from Roshan, so that's pretty impressive. Usually we see it when you get one for free. 2 heroes with buybacks only at the moment. Sniper will have one in 70 gold, but for now, it's only Invoker and Ricky.
What did he buy that he doesn't have it anymore? He's trying to get this Swift Blink. Ooh, he buys out.
I just like winning.
He bought out.
Wants to have that Swift Blink. I can't blame him. He's going all in. Wants to be able to deal as much damage as possible.
Question is, can he find the right spot to do that damage? He's done it a couple times where he's had the right force staffs, the right spots. He's just surviving with a concussive grenade to get a little bit of distance. But it's going to be imperative that he finds the right spot to snipe from. Nisha forward, avalanche toss, but they've got the sweeping dart. It's onto the Tiny. Now they've got the Hex with the BKB being popped by Nisha early. They look as Boxy comes in with the smoke screen. BZM Blink is going to be a little bit short of the high ground, so his BKB is going to be on cooldown.
Does have another one with Refresher. Mickey.
Oh, Black Hole on the side. Zai in trouble, but there's the Guardian Angel. It's not going to matter this time, though. The damage is going to be there from Mickey. They get the kill on a BZM. They'll take out Boxy, so they don't have the Ricky. They've also got the hands on Anisha. He's got buyback, though, and he's also got boots of travel to come back in. The Gleipnir, it's on a Taiga. Taiga trying to run with Nisha
Another
back
Hex.
into the fight immediately. They've got the BKB. He's running away. DM goes in with the silence. He's also going to pop.
Mickey needs to be
Yeah,
careful.
Mickey getting low. He's feared thanks to the shard. Oh, they got this Weaver. Now he's dead for 2 minutes.
Oh man, but the Mega Creeps, they're inside the base. The tier 4 tower is dying.
They're thrown.
They need to defend it. Full 2 minutes. Can they push it out? Liquid will try to delay as much as possible. I think Liquid's still gonna be able to have this fever for the next fight. You just don't have enough time. You have Tornado, EMP, Midnight Pulse, very annoying. Like, just drop a cloud on a creep wave. Some big damage numbers coming out from Sniper in this one.
Oh yeah, 7,000 straight up. And a minute 40 till the next Roche. It does not look like they're gonna make any progress going forward yet.
This
minutes.
nullifier, like just being able to dispel Guardian Angel, has been crucial in most of these fights.
Apex Force Boots also now picked up for Liquid as they've got these tier 5 starting to drop. Liquid have backed off because they want to farm up as much as they can to get these tier 5 items, and well, OG to defend their base, they're going to need it. Zai over in the creeps. They don't see him though. They're going to TP back because the creeps are taking the base.
Mickey's buyback will reset at the time. For now, he's the one holding Apex. Extra 70 agility.
Zai tossed, found. Where's anybody else? They're going to have
Boots
Nisha
of
coming
Travel.
in. Boots of Travel, level 2, going right onto the Enigma. They've got the Hex, but is this bringing Nisha maybe a little bit too far? Sunstrike on a Tiny does a good amount of damage, but it's not going to be enough. Still Tiny. Stay stable. Pirate Hat also picked up here for the side of Liquid.
Some extra gold. That's going to help them out for everyone to have the buyback. 6k gold lead, again, for Team Liquid. 60 minutes into the game.
Have they gotten any tier 5s on... No, they haven't on OG. They just have none. Pirate Tap for Mickey. So he's going to have that extra 150 attack speed. A bounty rune every 40 seconds. Very important in these tier 5 trying times.
And 15 movement speed.
Yes.
Also crucial for a hero like Weaver.
So Mirror Shield and Book of the Dead. Okay. BZM, he's going to be scanned. He needs to run. Boxy coming in, and now Sleeping Dart with the smoke cloud down, but they already used the arrow, so the combination's not going to be there.
DM does have Refresher.
These creeps are pushing in bottom again. Somebody has to go back, and it's going to be Uragi. It's not going to set up for anybody else coming through.
Oh man, they have Mega Creeps and Book of the Dead.
BZM got Giant's Ring, but he'll send that back.
Wait, did you say Book of the Dead? Where's the Book of the Dead at? Did you lie to me?
No, I didn't. It's on the courier for Mirana.
Okay, all good. So,
Come on. I would never lie to you.
there's this
More than
one
once.
time I remember.
Smoke.
Can't say it on stream, but let's check this one. Holding the high ground. No buyback on Invoker. Nisha.
They're just going to go for it.
Yeah, they might.
They have Glyph, though. Oh, Sniper's no one coming back. Uragi, no!
Oh,
We're
he
the Black
blinks out.
Hole! I can't believe it, but he's going to be hexed up, and now he's going to be pulled in. They'll get the kill out of the Sniper. He's got buyback.
He avoided it for a moment. The Avalanche comes in with DM go popping the BKB. He's going to go the Exorcism. Now they're going to look the other ways. The Cataclysm comes down, but it's not going to be enough damage to get these kills yet. But they've got Eidolons trying to get the damage onto the throne. Tornado lands onto the Omni Knight. Exorcism still going with the BKB being popped by BZM. Liquid, they evacuate. That's it. Take it back. Let's get out of here.
Yuragi with the buyback. They did get him in the end, but only losing Ricky. Again, Ricky doesn't have buyback for almost a minute, more than a minute and a half.
Roche is up, by the way.
Man, you're playing against Eidolons. You're playing...
Oh, Zai. Wait near Arrow, Aeon Disc, now trying to run, but they've got the Hex. They took away that Aeon Disc in the Meteor. Not doing enough damage. They've got the Flame Break. They've got a silence on a couple of these heroes. DM's going in. They've got the right clicks coming in from
Look at the
Yuragi.
damage
They'll get
from
the kill on
Yuragi.
Sadian. No, not yet. As Mickey's going to hold his high ground and hold it, taking out Taiga. They've got the Moonlight Shadow, so they're hiding under it. They finally got the kill to Insania, but they're going to turn this around. They'll look for the Tornado. It's not going to land on DM. Malefice also hits. Gleipnir there. DM, Exorcism, trying to stay safe. They've only got 4 heroes now. Taiga does have buyback, but it is getting close.
Again, the Nullifier coming in clutch against Aeon Disc, against anything that Omni throws there. So much attack speed from Weaver. Holding that Pirate Hat. What did they find? Giant's Ring.
That's it.
For now, that's give it to Tiny.
They need
Just
more.
for the memes, so that he looks bigger. I don't care about anything else.
They need to be searching for these tier 5s, but Roche is going to be taken in the meantime by Liquid unless OG do anything about this. There's only 3 heroes here. Could they fight it if they went over? And just does not look like they're
Another
going to be making their way.
refresher, another Ags.
Who's going Nags this time? Ags will be there for Weaver. Let's see if he activates it, though.
This Aghanim Scepter was so good back then. Like, it lowered the cooldown from to 20 seconds. Now it just doesn't do it. It's like, you can cast it on your allies. That's it.
Who else would want it? Ricky? What does that give him? Tricks of the Trade. Pocket Ricky?
No, it's not great. He might just pick it up for the stats on himself. Like, Morana 1 is also not the greatest, so we'll see, because they already bought out. 7,000 gold on Nisha. He's the one holding Refresher, so Refresher. It's a lot of buttons to click. If someone can do it, it's Nisha. A couple of people from the chat as well, but yeah, I would definitely not be able to click all of these things. I mean, I could if I'm not touched. If I'm like, yeah, guys, be the front line. I'll slowly click my buttons.
I don't even know if I could do it in demo mode by myself. No distractions.
He's going for the Wind Waker next. It's a long time until he gets there, but Pirate Hat will definitely help out.
Meteor's down, Tornado, and that won't land. They still working with just 2.
They can't get out of the base. That's the problem.
They've also farmed a couple of camps, but they just have not been lucky. Smoke. DM blinking in. He wants to go, and Boxy, Tricks of the Trade, Blink Strike, now over to Mickey. Mickey down to about 80% health. They've got themselves the EMP as well as the Meteor. That's going to be down onto Taiga. He's got buyback. Moonlight Shadow's going to be used here by the side of Liquid. They still have this Aegis in the hands of Mickey for 3 minutes, so the side of OG need to be wary about how they go in for this, but Mickey's going to go after DM. DM's going to be stunned up as the Nullifier comes in with the BKB pop here by this Death Prophet. They look over, and they'll look to try and get the lasso. They'll go to the Refresher. They'll go to the lasso. It's going to be on a Zai. That'll stop the Black Hole from coming in, but is it going to be enough to get the damage? So it doesn't come at all. It's not going to be the answer for them. Mistia is going to be running away as they've got the Black Hole. It's going to be on Yuragi, but do they have the damage to kill off this sniper? They'll pop the Lincoln, so 4-step back. They'll buy back on Misha. They've got the Meteors down, trying to deter them, as well as the Radio Deafening Blast. Right clicks coming in from BZM as he's got the Nullifier on him again with the BKB being popped. But now Flame Break lands on a couple of these heroes. They've got the Lincolns as well as the timeout's going to be used by Mickey. Mickey with the damage has the Gleipnir, but the 4-step away. It's just not going to survive.
No one's dying.
He's so low, but he does survive? Am I wrong? Black Hole, Cataclysm, Sniper, gone. They'll take him out. 2 minutes on the sidelines. They'll have the buyback being used here by BZM. They'll look over as the Exorcism. It's going to be used here by DM. They're looking over as the Flame Break hits onto 4 of these heroes. We get the kills on a Taiga as well as DM.
This
and they will
is
get everybody gone on OG. They'll buy back on BZM. They have it on DM, but they'll call GG.
Oh, man,
Liquid
what a
take
game.
game 1.
What a game. Team Liquid, back and forth game. What was that? The 13% win chance probability for OG at one point, then to 60, then back to 12%. What an entertaining